What's up everybody, this is Vince with MarvelousMarketing.online, here with another video today on how to network on Instagram in 2021 collaboration results. In a lot of my previous videos I talk about collaborating, right? I talk about how to collaborate and why you should be doing it. But in today's video I wanted to switch it up and kind of just bring you some of my results from collaborating and what it's done for me so far. So if you're into something like that to see how my results have turned out, then keep on watching today's video. So you know the main reason why I talk about collaborating, because it's one of the quickest, fastest, most efficient ways to grow on Instagram. After teaching you and telling you how to do it, I wanted to prove that it works. And I can do that by showing you my results, because I've been doing the $1.80 strategy like I mentioned in my last video. I've been trying to connect with more creators, more brands, more businesses, all on Instagram now. So I kind of want to show you how a few of them have gone so far. Before we get into today's material, I want to make sure everybody liked the video, you're already subscribed, and you already hit the bell notification so you're notified every single time I drop a video. Now let's get into it. So one of the first things I wanted to bring up is they're called the Modern S'mores. So what they do is they do s'mores boxes. So you can basically do s'mores in your house. They provide the chocolate, the graham crackers, the marshmallows all in a box. It looks pretty cool. But basically with them is I hit them up first. And like I told you before, you have to do your research. You kind of have to get to know them a little bit more. And so what I did is I hit them with the message, hi, I love your concept. Who knew you could box up s'mores? How'd you start putting this all together? And so by me even just like looking at the profile, knowing that they do s'mores, I kind of just started the conversation there. So they're not creeped out. They're like, oh my gosh, this person's normal. They're talking to me. And so we go into the conversation a little bit. They talk about how they started in Texas, you know, and they couldn't find a place that does s'mores here in San Diego. So they decided to just make the business happen for them. And it's pretty cool. I always follow it up with, wow, that's such a great story. So I respond to their message, so they know that I actually read the message and that I care about what they said. And then I just go into, do you include all the chocolates and everything, or are there different types of boxes? So I lead into another question, so I keep the conversation going. It's not just a one and done thing. I don't go in for the ask. I basically just try to talk to them like a normal person. And they tell me, hey, like, yeah, we do modern s'mores, 45 to 27 s'mores, $60. Here's either a classic variety Hershey's box. I have an option with the gourmet chocolates, but I haven't priced it yet. And I go, oh, that's so awesome. The concept is so cool. And then I go in for the ask. He puts it out there. He does the jab, 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 right hook. And for me, it's kind of quick in the fact that I ask them a couple questions. So I jab, and I go with the right hook saying, I ask for the collab, right? And then most of the time, because I look at my page, because I'm talking about my foodie page here, they see my page and they're like, wow, yeah, we'd love to do that. So we set that up and everything. And after I offer that collaboration and what I'm going to do, what I do after that is I go in for the ask. I go in for one more ask. So if you didn't know, I actually have a program where I teach small business owners how to use Instagram to grow their business on the platform. And so with that, I also go into this ask, and I have this dialed in. I say, hey, I have a favor to ask you. I have a program that teaches entrepreneurs like yourself learn strategies on Instagram to grow your personal brand and business and turn your followers into customers. I feel like it could benefit you and your business. It all starts with a survey to see if you'd be a good fit. Do you mind if I said that to you? So what I do with that is I kind of vet out the people that don't want to be bothered or be in this program. Going in for an ask, you know, I'm saying, hey, I have something that could help you out here. Do you mind if I send that to you? Instead of just, I know some people that just go in and send this to the prospect already, their client, their potential client already, and it doesn't lead to results. What you have to do is you kind of have to go in and ask them if it's okay to send it to them, because when you ask them and you give them the option, it makes them feel better about the situation. They're more likely to say yes. It's just overall a better experience. So I go into that, and it usually turns out if they want the survey, then I usually get them on a phone call, and I kind of give them a couple tips, and then if they want to jump into my program, they do. So that's kind of how the process works in that end. What's up everybody? We're taking a quick break from today's video to talk about the sponsor for today's video. I have a sponsor. Exciting, I know. Today's sponsor is Meal Prep Sunday San Diego, but they are a meal prep service company. They deliver fresh food every single Sunday, hence the name Meal Prep Sunday San Diego, and they're specialized in freshly, fully prepared, chef-inspired meals. They're portioned based on your goals. They're delicious, nutritious, convenient, and they have free Sunday delivery service. I know a lot of food delivery services these days, but they all cost money. But here with Meal Prep Sunday San Diego, they don't have that. It's all delivered on Sunday and for free. They Their audience is really centered around a career-based life, and their meals help facilitate nutrition and are able to save time and stay focused on their career goals. If you're here in San Diego, local to San Diego, make sure you check out Meal Prep Sunday San Diego because they have some delicious food and they also have free delivery service on Sundays. So check them out and I know you'll like it. I'm going to mention another successful person that I got from collaborating. It's all started, they do charcuterie boards here in San Diego. They're called Amazola Catering Co. And if you look at her page, at her page specifically, her name is Michelle. They have beautiful charcuterie boards that they do differently. It's gonna be Valentine's Day here in a couple weeks, and they actually do beautiful heart boxes and they load it up with a lot of different goodies. But that's besides the point. Basically what happened is I found them on Instagram through hashtags, through just small business, and I started the conversation. I said, hey, your food looks so good, loving all your boxes. How did you get started making everything? So I already went into that ask. Like I looked at their page. I said, oh, they do these beautiful charcuterie boards and they put in boxes to deliver to people. Great for catering, great for parties, all that good stuff. And then from the first message back, I could tell that they were more engaged with me. They sent a pretty length, and it's not even that long, but they sent a lengthy response, enough to the point where I know they like to talk or they're open to conversations. And so, of course, I respond with, hey, that's amazing. I know a lot of people have started their side business due to COVID. And then I ask another question. So what's been your favorite creation so far? And I like asking that question because it lets the potential client think. You know, they're like, oh, wow, like what is a good creation that I made recently? It's not something that's like, oh, do you usually use chocolate strawberries or strawberries? It's not plain, okay? I put some thought into this. I want to know, especially with a person who does charcuterie boards, what's been the craziest, the prettiest design they've ever made. And so it makes them think, it kind of opens them up a little bit more, and then you get into more of their personality. You see if they want to keep the conversation going. So after that, I keep the conversation going a little bit more, and then I set up a collaboration. And then, of course, like I said earlier, as I go into the ask, I also say, hey, I have a favor to ask you. I have a program that teaches entrepreneurs, small business owners how to grow on Instagram. Could I send that to you? And then if they say yes or no, just all depending on the person, it leads to a phone call. And then the phone call becomes me offering them tips, helping them out on their page a little bit. And then if they'd like, they jump into my program. All right, let's get into the last person. I do a lot of collaborations, actually. If you look at my food page, Marvelous Muncher, you'll see that all of my posts are just collaborations with local people who have side businesses that have businesses that they're trying to grow. So I always try to hit them up and try to help them out as much as possible. But the last person I'm going to talk about is this business called Birria La Loteria. They do local birria. If you don't know what birria is, it's more like a meat stew. Think of it like a tender meat stew that came from the Mexican culture, and they cook it for a long time. It's really soft, juicy, tender. Put it in tacos, and this place does it. They put it in burritos, grilled cheese, all that good stuff. But basically, I'll start with a conversation. You know, I said, hey, how'd you start making your birria? It looks amazing. And then they start responding. Then it led to me asking them if they'd like to jump in my program, you know, send them the survey. And so I sent it to them. They filled it out. It turned out that they wanted to be a part of the program. And it turns out that they are one of my clients now. So that's what it led to. So what I'm getting at here by showing you all of these collaborations and me messaging people is the fact that I want you to see that you can build your business and build collaborations by just initially messaging people. I send out a lot of messages to a bunch of people, so I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say everything has been successful. Like, no, there's a lot of people that say no to me, a lot of people that just read my message, a lot of people that have one-word responses, and you kind of get a feeling as you do this more and more if the person wants to keep the conversation going with you. But what this has led to is this has helped me grow my marketing business even more because I'm able to figure out what people really want the help, you know, and how can I help them. I'm able to kind of filter out all the other people that say they want help but really don't, and they don't want to pay for a program. What I'm showing you here is that you can do whatever you want to do just by putting in the initial effort, and especially when it comes to collaborations, because what collaborations does is it leads to relationships, and then the relationships lead to deeper relationships, and then it eventually can lead to a paid relationship depending on what's going on. My program, I've had about maybe 10 clients so far. They've all happened because I made the first message hitting them up saying, hey, what do you do? I want to get to know you a little bit. It's funny because I had a conversation with one of my clients earlier, and she was asking me, how do you differentiate between people who want to connect with you and people that don't, that are just hitting you up for the follow? And what I told her is that you have to base it off of your gut. if you get a feeling, it's just like when it's in person and you're talking to somebody, you get an idea of who they are and what they're doing based on just a feeling. Are they being genuine with you? Are they not? Do you want to keep the conversation going? Do you not? Do they seem like they really want to talk to you? And I feel like we all kind of have that. We have that feeling that, hey, this person only is trying to get this from me and not really trying to be a friend or be an acquaintance, at least be genuine with me. And the more you do this, the more you try to collaborate with people, the more you'll realize like, hey, like I need to do this. Like this is something I can do constantly. And as you keep doing this more and more, you'll realize that collaborations, it leads to people finding out more about your business, because when I post about someone on their page, they're going to post about me on their page, and it goes vice versa, back and forth. So their audiences will be exposed to my business, and you don't know who's going to see your business on their page. I don't know who's going to see my photos, my videos on their page, and maybe it'll lead to them looking at my stuff and therefore leading me to a new client. So it's something that you have to do daily. I'd recommend daily. And you just have to keep doing it to really figure out who you want to work with and how it can work in your favor and how you can help out other people out there. So I hope this video was helpful for you. If you were like skeptical about collaborating in any degree, I hope this kind of squashed it for you and showed you that you can do it, and you really can use different ways to reach your favorite brands or your favorite businesses to find ways how you can collab with them to grow your business and help them grow theirs. If this video was helpful in any way, please make sure you like, you subscribe, you do the general stuff, you share with one of your friends, and don't forget, be marvelous.